And joining us now is Edmonton-based musician Alfie Zappacosta. Alfie has performed in Lloydminster before, at one point with Burton Cummings, and that was a fantastic show. Alfie is now promoting his new album, Strings Attached. Welcome, Alfie. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thanks, Stacey. Nice to see you again.
Well, first thing I want to do is talk about the new album. Tell me a little bit about the concept behind it and the work that went into it.
Well, we had mentioned before in talking, there's a lot of work that I'd done that just an awful lot of things that I had done that never saw the light of day. And based on where things are at this point in time in my life, I figured that the best thing that I could be doing is amassing a lot of things and being able to recreate them in a style and in a manner that would sort of allow me to progress in an artistic sense, to be able to know that I could be able to take my music and do it like the stripped down versions to the full band with that. And then at this point to be able to take a look at some of the songs that I thought were very much prone to wanting these great big, well, when I great big strings, but like a string quartet to be able to hear the niceness of the songs like Spin and I Am Your Chariot and stuff. So I thought that I'd take a bunch of songs. Now, of course, we recorded the whole night with the full band so that the people who were in the audience wouldn't be so completely bored with all these wonderful, like, laid back songs that I was doing. So I had the band kick their butts a bit and then definitely recorded the whole nights, but specifically the recordings were there for the songs that were done with the string quartet, which was called the Armadillo String Quartet, being headed off by a friend of mine, John Calverley, who was the premier violinist. So he did the arrangements for me, and I put this all together in knowing that I have ways to move in the future, being it Alfie Zappacosta full band, Alfie Zappacosta duet trio, and then this wonderful idea of being able to set things up that for the symphonies of the world.
It's something that's very different, Alfie, and I know everything you do just seems to be super successful. Where are you going to go from here with this now then? Are you going to take it a tour? Will we see a fall tour with some of this type of music, or what's planned here for the next couple of months?
I would love to be able to see, well, we just did a documentary is finally after the 3 years got released. I'm kind of at the cusp of waiting to see what's going to happen in the next little bit. I'm August 12th is the actual release of the documentary. There's a lot of things that are going on right now, and a lot of it will have to do with where it will lead me. Obviously, I will continue working. I have a bunch of dates that are going to take me out into Nanaimo, and we'll be doing a release of the record. We're inviting a whole bunch of people to see the DVD, and I will do a quick performance as just a piano player at Blue Frog Studios as well as done. I would love to be able to see what the repercussions are. To be able to CBC and the people that are to allow me to continue. Of course, the idea is the more people that have seen it, and I'll be able to book tours in and around the success of and notoriety of what I'm sincerely hoping will allow me to do, which is basically go and play.
All right, thank you so much, Alfie. We'll be back with you next hour again here. And just a reminder, people can check out all of Alfie's work and plan to order CDs, attend shows. Go to zappacosta.ca. And Alfie Zappacosta is back with us again this hour. And Alfie, this time I want to talk about some of the highlights of the past year for you. It's been a very, very big year. I want to talk about the 30th anniversary of Dirty Dancing. Now, a lot of people know or may not know this, that you contributed the song Overload to that soundtrack. Have you been involved in anything with the 30th anniversary?
There was we did a couple of shows at the museum here. There's a beautiful theater there, and I did a few shows of doing, actually, people asked me if I would like to do. I did the whole record. I had some people that came in and did some singing for some of the other artists. I mean, I did. What did I do? Where are you tonight? What else did I do? Patrick said, "She's like the wind blowing through my tree." I think the words could have been a little bit better in that song. But hey, who am I to be able to say something like that? But it was a lot of fun to do. Some of the people here in Edmonton, a great bunch of musicians that came up and joined me on that. And so for the 30th anniversary, we had a whole bunch of people at the theater, and we had a great time putting that all together. So I did do a little bit something for, and there, you know, there may be a possibility taking it a little further, anniversaries or not.
Right. Now let's talk about the street naming, Alfie, because that's pretty amazing. Not everybody gets a street named after them. Tell me how that all planned and where how that happened and where that is.
I went to school, Emory, a collegiate in Toronto, and I remember way back when we first moved up from downtown Toronto, it was the suburbs, and from that school, Emory, I mean, nothing but great, you know, memories of that. I used to wonder why people wanted to quit school when it just seemed to be so much fun hanging out with your friends and whatnot, every day having something. Anyway, there was about 3 or 4 of us, musician-wise. There's more than that, but 3 or 4 of us that were that were lucky enough to be able to say that we had made some kind of inroads in the industry, and as far as like bringing Emory, the school itself, into sort of like a bit of the highlight, you know, and the limelight, and being able to say that myself, Lou Pamonti, who's done a lot of work with Michael Bublé and writes a lot of great music, film scores, and did a lot of commercial music. That's Lou Pamonti, and then of course Claudio Venna, who is a maestro for the conductor for the Burlington Symphony Orchestra, has won Gemini's and done a lot of things, and then myself. All came from that school. Now I'm approximately about 4 years or so older than they are. So even though I knew of them, they were very young compared to me, because you can understand, like a year in high school, it's like, oh, we don't hang out with those sophomore plebes, you know. But and the school in that area were nice enough to be able to take advantage of it and thank us for you know, I don't know, putting them on the map or something. But either way we look at it, the very area of the city where I grew up, at Finch and Western Road, was a great honor, and we were invited over and put kind of like put on the street. I have a great big sign that says that Zappacosta Drive and Claudio Venna, and there was a great big street party for it and everything, and me standing under it. And now I'm the troll that, you know, like that takes the toll, the troll that takes the toll. So if you find me in Toronto, at least about a day or so, that I'll be under my street sign asking for money for anybody to walk on.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Alfie. That is all the time we have for this time. I know we'll chat again with you in the future. Once again, we tell people, head to zappacosta.ca. You can find out what Alfie's up to, look at the new CD, talk about the documentary. It's all there. Thank you so much, Alfie, for speaking with us today.